Now back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Normally on the third Saturday of the month, Frank Barton would be in with us, but Frank is still at Barton Power Sports over in West Memphis. We hope to hook up with Frank maybe on the bottom of the hour here as we get him on the phone. Scott Stengel from the Stengel Brothers Outdoors. Is that right?
That's right.
That's right. Scott's in the studio with us this morning. He is coming on as a new partner on Outdoors with Larry Ray on the LROutdoors.com, and he is the exclusive deer processor for Outdoors with Larry Ray, and we'll be talking to Scott through the show today and also all through the deer season cranking up. And I know this next guy, he's probably done a little hunting in his life because he's from God's country. That's right. He's from Arkansas. Scott, this guy is from Arkansas, right? Stephen Browning. Good morning, Stephen.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are y'all?
Oh, we're doing great. Always good to talk to Stephen because not only his roots over there in Hot Springs, but also about the amazing career. And I just realized, Stephen, you're getting ready to come up on season 20.
Number 20.
Wow.
It doesn't seem like that it's been that long, but I just was reflecting the other day on it, and I'm like, oh, my goodness, I've been at it for 20 stinking years, and it's like, wow, I feel like I just started.
Well, I can just remember it seems like when I was the outdoor editor of the Commercial Appeal here and going over and visiting with you and the old railroad man, George Cochran. And,
yeah.
And now you as he. You
Right.
You're getting,
yeah, I am one of the Georges now.
You are, but hey, Scott Stephen has been on several times with us, and I've leaned on him. But Stephen, I know the new connection with the great folks at Plano and also Frayville. Tell our listeners about that.
Well, I've known a gentleman there by the name of Pete Angle. Pete was with Under Armour years ago, and Pete and I have a great working relationship. And when Pete was hired there at Plano and the Synergy group, he called me and just invited me to come join their program and their group and their family, and it just, man, what a great fit it was for me. I mean, I'm not only a professional fisherman, but like you said earlier, the hunting season is right around the corner, and you're talking about a company that has products that fits the mold. I mean, without a doubt, no pun intended.
That's right.
It's just they make the product to protect your stuff, and it's a great fit for me, and I just am really excited about moving forward with them. Well,
we're talking to Stephen Browning out of Hot Springs, Arkansas, on the Bassmaster Elite Series. And I know, Stephen, that, I was looking back there, and some things always pop in my mind. Scott, when I interview folks, I never know what's going to come out of here. And that's what Stephen knows, that he's always afraid. The rest of them wonder what I'm going to happen. But I can remember that the Wild Rules, that reality survival show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That has not been that long ago. They dropped us off in the middle of Vancouver, or just north of Vancouver.
Yeah.
And good night, had to stay out there for 16 days, and pretty basically, guys, I think I lost 21 pounds in 15 days.
Good night.
Out there doing that. And I watch these shows now on TV where they reward them with food and things of that nature. I was like, man, I missed out on that one.
Yeah, but this was on it was on what?
It was ESPN? On ESPN2.
Yeah, how long ago was that?
It was back, I want to say 2003.
Okay,
I believe.
All right.
I think that's right.
How did they pick
2003?
How did they pick you? How did you get to that?
Well, they needed a fisherman. One of the I guess the characters was a fisherman. There was a lady from Jackson Hole, Wyoming, was a fishing guide on the other team, and I was the professional angler on our team. And I had the people of ESPN. That was back when ESPN owned Bass.
Yeah,
and they kind of put the word out, and I'm like, well, I'm just the crazy enough guy to be able to do that. So sign me up.
This is the same guy that you have floated the Mississippi River too, right?
I certainly have. I have gone from the Mississippi to where it bubbles out of the ground, and all the way to where it dumps in the Gulf of Mexico. I sure have.
From the source to the sea. We just had an 80-year-old man here in Memphis, lives in Bartlett, right out of Memphis, just did that and became the oldest man to ever paddle it solo. And,
wow.
So you can imagine what that's like.
Oh, absolutely.
Talking to Stephen Browning. Stephen, I know the seasons we're getting ready. It's hard to believe. It's kind of like the golf tour because we kind of split season and everything. Talk a little bit about 2015 and about 2016. What's up for you?
Well, 2015, I won't say it was a disappointing Elite Series, but I got off to some great starts this year.
Yeah, you did.
Just kind of couldn't get it finished, so to speak. But 2016 kind of looks. I missed out on the AOY Championship, which is going on. Matter of fact, the finals are this weekend.
Yes, they are.
And I missed out on those by 6 points, which is that's just a fish here, a fish there, and it just didn't happen. I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm going to keep moving forward. I've got a couple more open tournaments left to try to make my way back into the 16 Bassmaster Classic. But they just released the 2016 schedule.
Yeah.
Last week, and it looks really good. It really does. It has several shallow water fisheries, which I really enjoy fishing.
Yeah.
And it's that time of year when shallow water fishing kind of dominates, and that's what I plan on doing. I'm not going to hang my poles up, and I'm going to get out there this fall and get after it, and just try to improve on some things that I feel like I need to, and just keep pushing forward.
Pushing forward. And again, we're talking to Stephen Browning. He's a Bassmaster Elite Series guy. He's won over $1 million, 200 professional level events. I can't believe 8 classics. And remember
10 classics, Larry.
10.
Excuse me. 10 classics.
10
brother.
classics. Let me get that right. 10. Don't ever forget those other 2. That's for sure. But how about we got a lot of young listeners that listen to this, Stephen, and know you, respect you, because I think today as a professional fisherman, I don't hear too much about bad things happen because you guys know how to represent the sport. How about a little insight from Stephen Browning on if there's some young kids out there that would like to be do what you do?
One of the greatest programs I feel like that they have now is the high school fishing program.
Uh-huh.
BASS has it, the TBF has it. The FLW bunch has it, and man, what a great way to not only teach a kid, the fundamentals of fishing, but just also the competition, and it gives them a little bit of, that you don't have to be a football superstar, you don't have to be that basketball superstar to be on the team, and for kids to have that avenue right now is just fantastic, and that program is without the doubt the fastest growing program. Between that and college, it's just phenomenal what they've done with those programs, and it really gives the kids that other road that sometimes you feel like they might need to take. And I've always said if you have a young man, young daughter, put them in the outdoors, whether it's hunting, fishing, boating, just put them out there in the outdoors, and I promise you, they're going to lead a pretty good life. And, it's just a respect for the outdoors if you teach them that. And, there's just a sheer, passion that young kids get when they get in the outdoors, and I think that's I grew up that way.
Yes, you did.
I'll pat myself on the back. I grew up to be a pretty good old fella.
I think so, and a lot of that. And I know you made sure you got your college degree.
Absolutely. I went to Arkansas Tech up at Russellville, and to be honest with you, it was because of Lake Dardanelle.
There you go. Okay, you did.
When I drove over there and went to visit that college, and I saw, the Arkansas River was just in its back doors in Lake Dardanelle, and I'm like, this is a place for me.
That's
you didn't. It took me an extra semester to get out.
Well, that's okay. You didn't mind that. You.
I didn't mind it at all. My parents didn't think much about it, but I was like, fishing and hunting up there was just a great a great chance for me to, just to continue my passion with it, without a doubt.
And you were a wonder boy.
Wonder Boy, absolutely.
Is that still the nickname for that school?
That's still the nickname. That's still
amazing.
The nickname. Yes.
It's Blue Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys.
Yes, sir.
But that's what
like
it is.
Superman.
It's like Superman. Well, they need to change it to the Arkansas Tech Superman, then the Wonder Boys and everything. So what's next? Before we let you go, what'd you say? What's down the road? Anything? Something soon coming up in
yes,
this
I
fall?
have a BASS Central Open up in Table Rock.
Okay.
It'll be week after next.
Okay.
And we're gonna be up there. I'm gonna probably put in a little bit of homework. Probably gonna leave this Friday and ease up there and spend some practice time up on Table Rock.
Beautiful place. Yeah.
It is. It is. And the fall fishing's coming around the corner. Fish probably should be moving. If we can get a little cooler water temperatures, fish gonna be moving shallow along with those bait fish, and that's right up my alley. So I'm excited about heading up to the Ozarks.
Well, Stephen, thank you for being on Outdoors with Larry Ray. You got a lot of fans in the Memphis area here, and be pulling for you. And of course, now that we have Stephen's cell phone number, I keep these things locked up, so we know how to find you, buddy. Go get them and everything. We'll talk to you down the road, okay?
Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate it.
Always good talking.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you. All right, let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry. Come right back. Scott Stengel's in the room with us, and Greg Ratliff is pushing all the buttons on Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790.
Find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry.